each and every week, I try to go out, and be. Each and every week I try to set the mindset of working hard for this team and, giving my all, because that's just the way my mom raised me, So it doesn't matter if I'm hurt, if I'm gimpy, limpy, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go out and try to get the trust of the QB, So it may be a few plays I may feel sorry for myself, but best believe, I'm gonna come back right back the next play and give Pat 110, and he knows that, So I'm gonna continue to do that, and I'm gonna continue to push the other guys to do it, because they do it too. It's not only me, it's McCole, it's Sammy, it's D-Rob, it's Kelsey. Those guys are also working hard in practice too. I just felt.
And then secondly, you now, and you may not know this, you now over 1,000 yards for the season. You lead the NFL in receiving yards. When I say something like that, what does that mean to you in the course of the season?
It feels good, but I feel like there's still a lot of work for me to do. I missed a few plays today, that I could have made. The one Pat threw to me on the wheel, I could have made that play. So I'm always looking to get better. A lot of people, may text me. A lot of people may, give me the glory, give me the shine, but I'm not about that. Keith Dub, the guy I trained with in Nebraska, he always tell me, man, look, you got to be consistent in what you do. Those same people who were showing you love this week, if you make a bad play the next week, they're going to hate you, So I'm just trying to keep that mindset, just working hard for this team and just working hard for myself because I want to be the best receiver in the game. So I'm going to continue to work hard.
Go next to Sam McDowell. Good, Sam.
Hey, Tyreek, with the way you've been successful in the underneath stuff this year, with the way teams have defended you over the top, how much do you think that opens up things over the top? Because now you've shown yourself as such a complete receiver on the other stuff.
I don't know. I just feel like teams just go out there and play for it. I just feel like teams don't just game plan for me. I don't look into all that. I just go out and play. So.
Next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Tyreek. Was wondering whether you were surprised to see so much single coverage, at least early in the game.
Oh yeah. Obviously I'm a return specialist, so I'm going to see a lot of single coverage, throughout the whole game, But today was fun. Today was great. Today was competitive for me. But Carlton Davis is definitely a good player. I've said that numerous of times. I've watched film of him throughout the whole season. He's been a baller, So I was just real excited for the matchup,
Let's go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Tyreek, I'm just interested, when you know that you're running a double route, a double move, just one, how much does that excite you when you know where you are on the certain side of the field? And then what makes you so successful on those double routes?
I think the thing that I think about most, like on the first deep touchdown, the out and up, I was thinking about how far of a run that I had. I was like, you know what? I feel like Pat is going to throw this ball about 70 yards, so I'm going to have to really stretch out here. Like, that's the only thing that I be thinking about. I don't think about nothing. I just be like, man, I'm really going to be tired after this play, because if I don't catch it, G-Lou going to leave. G-Lou and Coach Reed and EB, they're going to be like, stay in. And then if I do catch it, I got to run full speed to the end zone. So I just be thinking about how tired I'm going to be,
Got time for one more, guys. We'll go last to Todd Lebo. Good, Lebo.
Hey, Tyreek, the big day, obviously, and all the touchdowns are fun, but maybe the biggest play might have been the one at the end to ice it. Just take me through the thoughts that you guys all had in that little 4-minute offense to try to know that you didn't want Tampa to get the ball back and how important it was and how big that play was.
Well, that's something that Eric Bieniemy preaches each and every week. We work situational football on Fridays. So we were able to sneak that play in. It's like a mini comeback from the inside. With Sammy rubbing, my guy. Because it was man to man, and I was able to win. So like I said, I may get all the glory, I may get all the shine, but Sammy really made that play happen. He made my guy loop over the top, and I was just able to come back for the comeback. Pat threw an amazing throw. I caught it, so got the first game over.
Hey, Patrick, Tyreek's big game today. Just a question of you guys taking advantage of a matchup that you like there, or is there more to it than that? And Brad, I'll have one quick follow-up as well.
Yeah, I don't think it was necessarily a matchup, but it was man coverage with no one over the top. And so we don't get that a lot, especially with that guy and his ability. And whenever we do, we try to take advantage of it.
Okay, and you've thrown a lot of touchdown passes. Obviously, you've scored a few yourself. You almost caught one today. How disappointed are you? You didn't get your first TD catch. And what was the name of that play, by the way?
God, man. Well, me and Travis made it up first off, and we called it Black Pearl because we're bringing it to the Bucs and the Pirates of the Caribbean and everything like that. And I talked him into it. Coach Reed for sure told him if he can run it first. But I just kind of talked to him on the side and was like, if I'm open, man, just throw it to me. So I think that little hesitation that he had was just because I had talked to him too much about it.
Let's go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Patrick, when you look at obviously the pre-snap and what, like you mentioned, just getting that single high safety, just how much does it still surprise you when you know 10's out there? And my second part of this is how much, Tyreek mentioned Sammy today as being a part of his success. Just how much was that a part of the offense really clicking in the first half, having Sammy back?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Sammy being able to work the middle of the field, even when he's not getting the ball, he's getting other guys open. And then as well as at the beginning of that game, they were, instead of that safety going over the top of Tyreek, they were going over the top of Travis. And, I mean, that's just the problem that defenses have when they go against us. We have so many good weapons. It's hard to try to take away one guy when we can go to the other guys. And so this week it was Tyreek's week, but I'm sure other guys will make big plays the rest of the season.
Let's go next to Sam Mellinger. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Patrick, I know you want to throw it every down, right? But at the end there, those last two plays, a lot of teams would have just run the ball, right, to melt some clock. What is your mind like in those situations, just sort of risk-reward balance when you know you got to keep the clock going?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a lot of trust Coach puts in me to make the right decision. You can see that I'm trying to get the ball in my hands quickly, get it to the guys, let them make plays in space. And another thing, I mean, they have a really good defense, especially against the run, and so they're getting a lot of penetration up front. And I'm trying to get to our playmakers in space and let guys make plays.
Next is Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Patrick, you touched on this a little bit, but how much do you feel like Travis's success this season, but also Tyreek's success on the underneath stuff kind of opened up what you saw today up top?
Yeah, I think it's just taking what's there. I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, you've seen how teams played us these last few weeks, and they're playing very far back. And we were able to find ways to move the ball down the field and score that way. And then this week, especially at the beginning of the game, they kind of came up and played tighter and played up close. And we were able to hit some shots downfield. And that's just the maturity of this offense as a whole, of knowing how to run their routes based off the coverages that they're getting, and then I try to get them the ball and let them make plays.
Let's go next to Darren Smith. Go, Darren.
Hey, Patrick. First of all, congratulations on the win and the great stats that you put up today. But I'm kind of curious with the offense and some of the play calling in the first half. It looked like you all may have been a little too cute by half with some of the design plays. I know you talked about the play with Travis Kelce towards the end zone, but how concerning is it to where, I guess from the outside looking in, it looks like you all should have been up maybe 28-0 before the Bucs scored, and then it ended up being a one-possession game towards the very end. And then I have a follow-up, Brad.
Yeah, well, I mean, that just comes down to execution. I mean, we had the play with Travis designed and ran the way we wanted it to be ran, and we had the options and the availability that we wanted. And we've ran plays like that all year long. We're doing different motions and different type of stuff like that, and they've worked out. And when you play a good defense and you don't execute in the red zone and you get field goals instead of touchdowns, the game stays closer than you want it to be. And so that's just about execution and us just making sure that we execute whenever we get our opportunities.
And also, this is your first time playing in Tampa Bay. Did you feel like you got used to it enough that you could come back and do the same thing again in February?
Man, I hope so. I mean, it was hot. It was definitely hot early when the sun was out. But once that sun went down, I felt like I was back in Texas, and it was pretty nice to get this weather. But just like that, I'm ready to get back to Kansas City and get a cold one this next week.
We'll go to Mike Jones for the last one. Go ahead, Mike.
Patrick, this is supposed to be kind of like billed as a Super Bowl preview. For you guys to come out and get the win like this, what does it do for your confidence, or just for if you guys see them again in the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, you get a familiarity with the stadium, with the process of going to the hotel in the city, and that's definitely something that eases your mind when you try to get to the Super Bowl. If you've been in this place before and you understand what kind of the pregame and stuff like that happens, and then to beat a good football team. That's a really good football team with a lot of talented players. And so we played well enough to win. I still think there was times offensively we could have been better in the second half and in the red zone.
Bye.